Yeah.
Did you not find that a bit awkward when you have to do them scenarios and they're sitting you both next to each other?
Yeah, it's a little bit
like,
awkward,
why?
to be honest. I don't know, it's like just a little bit awkward.
I don't care what happened before, I just a new fight, a new challenge.
Let me ask you this, when you are not on camera, do you shake hands and smile?
Dmitry Bivol, the former world champion, has made it clear that he's determined to break Artur Beterbiev's perfect boxing record. In fact, Bivol plans to end his rival's career altogether. When asked about his own retirement plans, Bivol confidently stated that he's ready to keep going as long as his body allows. Even as he gets closer to 40, he has no intention of retiring anytime soon.
In this fight, in comparison to the first fight?
I think it will be more actions, more active.
Dmitry Bivol is determined to make sure Artur Beterbiev's dream of maintaining an undefeated record ends this Saturday. He's been putting in extra effort in training, studying his last fight over and over to perfect his strategy. Bivol knows exactly what he needs to do in the later rounds. Instead of slowing down, he plans to pick up the pace, with faster footwork and harder punches. He's also aware of the danger Beterbiev's punches pose, so he's being extra cautious to avoid any injuries that could throw off his rhythm.
Do you believe you have it in your power to force a stoppage in this fight? Obviously, Artur Beterbiev, when he decided to trade with you, a lot of people said you got the better of him in them.
If Dmitry Bivol gets everything right, he could very well send Artur Beterbiev into an early retirement. Bivol is focused on putting the emotions from his October loss behind him. Back then, the two top light heavyweights battled for the undisputed title, with Beterbiev winning by split decision. This Saturday night, they'll meet again for the same title at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, and Bivol is ready for another intense showdown.
Do you think we're going to see that it's going to be more of a war this time out?
Yeah, why not? Maybe you will see it. Depends on the situation.
Bivol's confidence is clear, and the former WBA champion truly believes he can defeat his toughest rival. However, in a recent interview with Boxing News, the 34-year-old admitted that his first career loss has been lingering in his mind. A news outlet recently caught up with him and asked if he's been using those emotions as fuel for the rematch.
Do you believe you won that fight?
I didn't watch this fight in that case that I was counting the punches or rounds.
Bivol shared that his motivation comes from knowing he made a mistake in the past, even though he knew how to do things right. He wants the chance to fix it. I want to get it right, and I want to become undisputed, he said. I have different emotions now, but all I want is to win this fight, take my belt, and fix my past mistakes. If Bivol wins on Saturday, there's a strong chance we could see a trilogy fight by the end of 2025. And while Bivol wants to close the subject, it doesn't necessarily mean putting an end to his rivalry with Beterbiev or their ongoing battle to claim the title of the world's top 175-pound fighter.
I don't care. I don't want to even counting,
But why?
Okay, why? Okay, I will find that I won more rounds, like 7-5.
The first fight, which Beterbiev won by majority decision in October, was incredibly close, closer than the scorecard suggested. Indie Sports even scored it a draw. Still, Beterbiev's hand was raised, keeping his unbeaten record intact while handing Bivol his first professional loss and taking his world title. This victory made Beterbiev the undisputed light heavyweight champion. Now, he defends all of his titles in a rematch. It's easy to imagine this upcoming fight playing out similarly to their first encounter. Bivol couldn't have done much more in that fight. His defense was excellent, becoming the first man to avoid a knockout loss to Beterbiev. At times, Bivol fought bravely, applying pressure on Beterbiev whenever he could.
This and that, and I will be relaxed, I don't want to be relaxed to find somebody else's mistake in this fight. No, it was only my mistake.
The issue for Beterbiev is that he can do even more next time. After winning the first fight, Beterbiev came on strong in the second half, so if he can start faster in the rematch, he might secure another victory. On the other hand, Bivol needs the judges to recognize the value of his defense. Many felt it was unfair that none of the three judges in October gave him the win. Beterbiev had been knocked down once before, in his fight with Callum Johnson, but quickly recovered and won by knockout. In fact, every one of his fights had ended with a knockout, until he met Bivol. While Bivol doesn't possess the same knockout power, he has consistently beaten top opponents, mostly on points, including his famous win over Canelo Alvarez. This is why both men are considered the best in the light heavyweight division.
In fact, you are one of a few.
Some of them, they have, I don't know what they have in their mindset, but this thoughts helps
It was Beterbiev who won the first fight by points, bouncing back after a slow start and imposing himself as the fight went on, despite Bivol having a lot of early success. Now, the two will face off again on February 22nd in Saudi Arabia for all 4 major world titles, on a stacked card that also includes Daniel Dubois defending his IBF World Heavyweight title against Joseph Parker, along with several other exciting matchups. In a recent interview with TNT Sports, Oleksandr Usyk was asked to predict the outcome of the fight, and he found it too difficult to call, saying it's a 50-50 after the first clash was so close. Many agree with Usyk that this rematch is another evenly matched battle. Callum Smith, a Brit who has fought both men, lost to Beterbiev by points as an amateur and defeated Beterbiev by stoppage as a pro. He leaned slightly towards Bivol, seeing him as the younger man.
No. Every time I speak to you, you've always talked about your legacy in boxing. Forget money, everything. You've been like, I'm creating history.
The last step is complete, but the most interesting is yet to come, said Artur Beterbiev in an Instagram post before defending his unified light heavyweight title against Callum Smith last year. Since then, the Canadian-born fighter's journey has indeed been remarkable. He became the first undisputed light heavyweight champion in the modern era and will headline one of the biggest boxing events of the year on February 22nd, defending his title against Dmitry Bivol. However, Shakur Stevenson is backing Bivol to claim victory in their rematch in Saudi Arabia at Riyadh season. The two light heavyweight stars will meet once again on February 22nd, live on DAZN, aiming to build on their epic encounter from last year at the Kingdom Arena.
And final one, this rematch, main event, Beterbiev Bivol, repeat or revenge?
Revenge. I think all he had to do was just finish a little bit strong.
Bivol got off to a strong start in their first fight, but Beterbiev came on strong in the second half, ultimately becoming the undisputed champion. Despite Beterbiev claiming the win, the result sparked debate, with many in the boxing community, including Shakur Stevenson, believing Bivol had done enough to secure the victory. Now, both fighters are ready for round 2. Stevenson, who will fight Floyd Schofield on the same card, is the latest prominent figure to weigh in on the rematch. I thought Bivol won, and I think he may win again, Stevenson said in an interview with Seconds Out. Honestly, he just needs to stop letting his foot off the gas. In the last 2 rounds, he took his foot off the pedal. If he stays focused throughout the whole fight, he wins.
He did really good in the fight, but the last 2 to 3 rounds, he kind of let his foot off the gas, and I think he know that.
Shakur, listen, I appreciate your time. Enjoy.
The rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol on February 22nd is set to be one of the best fight cards of 2025. Several big names will compete at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, including Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Shakur Stevenson, Jile Jen, and more. However, Stevenson has claimed that he is the main attraction of the event. The WBC lightweight champion will face undefeated Floyd Schofield and is full of confidence heading into the fight. Speaking on DAZN's On the Ground series, Stevenson said, "No disrespect to those guys, but I'm the best fighter on the card. I'm what everyone wants to see. A lot of people said they're not going to wake up at a certain time to watch the fight and all that, but everyone is going to be watching."
The final comment he made in the interview was he left you a message in the interview and he said, "Shakur Stevenson, I'm going to break something this weekend."
Yeah, they told me they was going to break my...
Everybody is going to want to see Shakur, said Stevenson. A lot of people act like I'm not must-see TV, but I am. I'm the best fighter in boxing, and everyone wants to see me. They're going to keep watching. He went on to explain how the past few months have been tough, with people doubting him and saying negative things. It starts to get to you mentally, but then you realize the only thing that matters is the people who care about you. Floyd Schofield, his opponent, is a credible challenger with a professional record of 18-0, including 12 knockouts. However, Stevenson isn't concerned about Schofield's record. "I'm confident in what I bring to the table," he said, showing no signs of letting outside criticism affect his focus on the fight.
Ribs, so come break my ribs, sir.
Yeah.
Stevenson described himself as a young lion who is hungry and undefeated, saying, "Truthfully, there's more to it. This is going to be the best version of me. I think I'm going to whoop some ass this year, starting with Kid Austin. Hopefully, everything goes right, and all of my dreams come true." Meanwhile, Bivol sees the rematch as his final step and is determined to get revenge. Beterbiev, on the other hand, will do everything in his power to keep the title. It's shaping up to be a legendary battle that will echo through boxing history. Everyone in the combat sports world has picked a favorite to take home the undisputed crown, and even UFC middleweight champion Khamzat Chimaev has weighed in with his choice.
That's just his opinion.
Shakur, in terms of yourself this weekend, you seem as if you're really in the zone. I've spoken to you in a lot of your fight weeks.
On Sunday, Khamzat Chimaev took to his Instagram to show his support for his close friend and brother, Artur Beterbiev. He reshared a post made by the undefeated boxer after winning the undisputed light heavyweight title. The post showed Beterbiev lifting the specially made undisputed belt while being hoisted into the air by his team following his historic victory in October last year. While Chimaev didn't add any words to the post, the strength of his gesture spoke volumes about his confidence in his friend. The UFC middleweight champion has complete faith in Beterbiev's ability to retain the undisputed title, even against a skilled fighter like Dmitry Bivol.
You said he was lucky, Dmitry, to not get knocked out. Can you just elaborate on that?
I said maybe he's lucky. Maybe he's lucky.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
This isn't the first time that UFC middleweight champion Khamzat Chimaev has shown support for Artur Beterbiev. The two share a long friendship and have regularly congratulated each other after their victories. Last year, after Chimaev's monumental win against Robert Whittaker at UFC 308, Beterbiev took to his Instagram to praise his friend. The undisputed light heavyweight champion shared an extensive and heartfelt post, saying, "I sincerely congratulate my dear brother, the renowned UFC fighter Khamzat Chimaev, on his brilliant victory in the co-main event of UFC 308. The strong bond between the two fighters is clear, with each offering support after major achievements."
I mean, what I can say, like,
I spoke to him today. He said that, I asked him about your power. Everyone you've gone in.
Chimaev also wished Beterbiev continued success, health, and achievements in his upcoming fights. "Onward to new heights, God bless you and yours," he wrote. Last year in January, Beterbiev solidified his place in boxing history with a knockout victory over Callum Smith. Following that fight, Chimaev took to his Instagram story to recognize the greatness of Beterbiev's performance, posting a gold medal emoji and tagging the 40-year-old. Now, with Beterbiev preparing for the biggest fight of his career and Chimaev's unwavering trust in him, it's clear that the UFC middleweight champion has a message of appreciation ready to post. With Bivol hungry for revenge and Beterbiev determined to protect his title, the Kingdom Arena is set to host what could be the fight of the year.
We've seen it on the television and ringside. You have devastating power. I said, how? It's not?
it's not true. They lie.
Come on,